Hello, good morning students. Welcome in SDIT online classes. मैं रामपाल प्रजापति from electrical department. Dear student, आज की लेक्चर में हम स्टडी करेंगे पावर सिस्टम फर्स्ट पार्ट 22 and for today class our topic is sequence components. In this lecture we will discuss about balanced and unbalanced phases. What are the sequence components and how many types of sequence components exist in a unbalanced system, and what are the application of sequence components. So all those things will be discussed. First we take sequence component. The theorem of sequence component was given by the scientist Fortescue. According to this theorem, an unbalanced system of n phases can be resolved into n system of balanced phases. These subsystems of balanced phases are called symmetrical components. With reference to three-phase system, the following balanced set of three components are identified and defined. It means if a system is in balance, then all phases of the system are in balance, means magnitude and phase displacement remain same, but the calculation of balanced system and analysis of balanced system can be done simply on single phase basis. But if the system is balanced, then if the system is in unbalance, then unbalanced system is resolved into n system of balanced phases. So these subsystems of balanced phases are known as symmetrical components. For n phase system, symmetrical components will be n. If system is of three phase system, then each phase sequence component will be 3. So first component in a three phase system has the set of three phases equal in magnitude and displaced from each other by 120 degree in phase and having the same displacement as the original phases constitute positive sequence component. First part of unbalanced system or first component of unbalanced system has magnitude equal and phase displacement of 120 degree and direction of rotation is in the direction of original phases. So this sequence component is known as positive sequence component, and this sequence component is denoted by suffix 1. Next is if the set of three phases equal in magnitude and displaced from each other by 120 degree in phase and having a phase sequence opposite to that of original phases. So this type of sequence component is known as negative sequence component, and it is denoted by suffix 2. It means a second set of sequence component which has equal magnitude and displacement from each other by 120 degree, but direction of rotation of these phases or these phase sequence components is in opposite direction of the original phasor or in the opposite direction of positive sequence components. So the set of sequence components is named as negative sequence component. So these sequence components are denoted by suffix 2. Third set of three phasors equal in magnitude and all in phase means with no mutual phase displacement constitute zero sequence component, and these sequence components are denoted by suffix 0. Means third set of sequence components consists of equal in magnitude but there is phase displacement of 0 degree. So this set of sequence component is known as zero sequence component and it is denoted by suffix 0. So now phase components of phase R for voltage, that is VR, it is divided into three sequence components: VRI, VR1 plus VR2 plus VR0. VR1 is positive sequence component, VR2 is negative sequence component, and VR0 is zero sequence component of phase R. This equation is voltage equation. Similarly for Y phase voltage Vy, that is equal to Vy1 plus Vy2 plus Vy0, means it is the sum of positive, negative and zero sequence components. And for phase B voltage is Vb, that is equal to Vb1 plus Vb2 plus Vb0. So Vr, Vy and Vb, these are in unbalance, but Vr1, Vy1 and Vb1, Vr2, Vy2 and Vb2, Vr0, Vy0 and Vb0, these are balanced. These are balanced set of component. So this is the procedure of dividing unbalanced phase components into the parts of balanced sequence components. Means positive sequence component of all the phases R, Y and B are in balance. Negative sequence components are also in balance. Zero sequence components are also in balance. But phase components of phase R, Y and B are unbalanced. Now the phasor representation of sequence components. First, in positive sequence component, voltage of phase positive sequence voltage of phase R is VR1, positive sequence voltage of phase B is VB1, and positive sequence of voltage of phase Y is VY1. And there is a phase displacement of 120 degree between two phases, and direction of rotation is taken into anti-clockwise direction. Similarly, for negative sequence component, negative sequence voltage of phase R is VR2, of phase Y is VY2, and of phase B is VB2. Phase displacement is of 120 degree between two phases, but direction of rotation is in opposite to positive sequence component. Similarly, for zero sequence component, magnitude is VR0, Vy0 and Vb0, but there is no phase displacement, so these sequence components are in parallel. This is the representation of phasor representation of sequence components. Now, concept of operator A. What is operator A and what is the function of operator A? In view of the phase displacement of 120 degree, an operator A is used to indicate the phase displacement. Just J operator is used to denote 90 degree phase displacement. It means as operator J denotes 90 degree phase displacement. In the similar manner, operator A represents a phase displacement of 120 degree and its magnitude is 1. Simply it means when a operator A is operated with any phase, then this operator rotates that phase by 120 degree in anti-clockwise direction. But there is no change in magnitude of that phase. So this is the simple procedure of operator A. So the value of operator A is 1 by angle 120 degree, means magnitude is 1 and phase displacement is 120 degree. When it is applied with any operator, it rotates that phase. When this operator is applied with any phase, then this operator rotates that phase or phase component in anti-clockwise direction by 120 degree. So value of operator A is 1 by angle 120 degree, that is equal to minus 0.5 plus j 0.866. Similarly, if operator A is applied 2 times, then this operator A square rotates the phase by 240 degree in anti-clockwise direction and its value is 1 by angle 240, that is minus 0.5 minus j 0.866. Similarly, if operator A is applied 3 times on a same phase, then that phase come into the original position or at the original position after rotating 360 degree. Means when we multiply any phase with operator A cube, then phase comes in its original position and its value is 1. So that the value of 1 plus A square is equal to 0. So the operator is represented graphically as follows. If we take a reference phase in this direction, its magnitude is 1, and if this phase is operated with operator A multiplied with operator A, then that phase come at position of A or it rotates 120 degree in anti-clockwise direction. Similarly, if any phase, a reference phase, is multiplied with operator A square, then that phase rotates 240 degree in anti-clockwise direction. Similarly, if any phase is multiplied with operator A cube, then that phase come into its original position after rotating 360 degree. Now next concept is symmetrical components of unbalanced phases. Now with the introduction of operator A, it is possible to define the relationship between unbalanced phasors of voltage and current in terms of symmetrical components or sequence components as they are known. Otherwise, we can write sequence phasors with operator as follows. Means with the help of operator A, now we will write symmetrical components of unsymmetrical phases. Means sequence components in terms of phase components. So we know that in positive sequence component, if we take reference phase R, then position of VR1, that means positive sequence component of phase R is at its position, so it is written as VR1, VR2 is equal to VR2 and VR0 is equal to VR0. Means phase R is taken as reference. Now we'll write other phases Y and B phase with respect to phase R. So positive sequence component of phase Vy1 is 240 degree of VR1 It means if positive sequence component of phase R is rotated by 240 degree, then it comes at the position of positive sequence component of phase Y. Similarly, if negative sequence component of phase R is rotated in anti-clockwise direction by 120 degree, then it comes at the position of negative sequence component of phase Y. But zero sequence component of all phases remain at its position. Means there is no phase displacement. So no need of rotation. Similarly, when the positive sequence component of phase R is rotated by 120 degree in anti-clockwise direction, then it comes at the position of positive sequence component of phase B, or negative sequence component is rotated by 240 degree in anti-clockwise direction, then it comes at the position of negative sequence component of phase B, and zero sequence component are same. So there is no need of rotation. So simply we can write in the form of equations. So we know that VR is phase component of phase R is the sum of sequence components VR1 plus VR2 plus VR0. Now phase component of phase Y, that is Vy, in terms of phase component in terms of R phase components, we can write a square VR1 plus a VR2 plus VR0, and voltage of phase B, that is Vb, is equal to a VR1 plus a square VR2 plus VR0. So these equations can be put in matrix form considering zero sequence relation as the first for convenience. Now in matrix form we can write matrix of phase components VR, Vy, Vb is equal to matrix of operators 1 1 1 1 a square a 1 a square, and matrix of sequence component, that is VR0, VR1, VR2. Similarly for current equation IR, IY, IB, matrix 1 1 1 1 1 a square a square, and matrix of sequence component is IR0, IR1 and IR2. Now in second concept we write sequence component in terms of phase component. So to find sequence component in terms of phase component, first we take inverse of matrix C. So matrix C is 1 1 1 1 a square a 1 a square. So its inverse is C inverse. We know that C inverse is equal to adjoint of C divided by determinant of C. Then we obtain C inverse is equal to 1/3 matrix 1 1 1 1 a square 1 a square and a. Now we apply, then sequence component matrix is VR0, VR1, VR2, matrix inverse C inverse is 1/3 1 1 1 1 a square 1 a square a, and phase component matrix is VR, Vy and Vb. Similarly for current, sequence component matrix is IR0, IR1 and IR2. Matrix C inverse is 1/3 1 1 1 1 a square 1 a square a IR, Iy, Ib. That is phase component matrix. Now from this matrix we can find the value of sequence components when phase components are given. So if we want to find the value of zero sequence component for voltage, that is the VR0, that is equal to from the matrix 1/3 of IA VA plus we can write VB VR Vy plus Vb. Similarly, positive sequence component VR1 is equal to 1/3 of from the matrix IR VR plus A VY plus A square VB. Similarly, negative sequence component VR2 is equal to 1/3 of VR plus A square VY plus A VB. In this manner, we can obtain sequence component of voltage and current in terms of phase component. If phase component are given, we can find sequence component. Now we take an example to find sequence component. Phase components of current are given for phase A, B and C. So IA is 100 by 0 degree, IB is 100 by 120 degree and IC is 100 by angle minus 120 degree. So according to procedure, zero sequence of current component of current is I0, that is 1/3 cosec IA plus IB plus IC. Now we put the value of IA, IB and IC, that is 1/3 cosec 100 by 0 plus 100 120 degree plus 100 minus 120 degree. That is equal to 0. It means IA, IB and IC phases are in balance. So in balance phase, there is no zero sequence component. Now for positive sequence component, that is I1 is equal to 1/3 IA plus A IB plus A square IC. Now put the value 1/3 cosec 100 0 degree plus 100 angle 120 plus 120 because of operator A, and 100 by angle minus 120 plus 240 degree because of operator A square. Then we obtain the value of I1 is 1/3 100 by 0 degree plus 100 240 degree plus 100 120 degree. Similar for zero sequence component, that is I2 is equal to 1/3 IA plus A square IB plus AIC. Put the value 1/3 100 0 degree plus 100 by angle 120 plus 240 because of operator A square plus 100 by angle minus 120 plus 240 degree because of operator A square. Because of operator A, this is 120. Now its value is 1/3 cosec 100 0 degree plus 100 0 degree plus 100 0 degree. So its value is 100 ampere. It means balance current of any sequence, positive or negative, do not contain current of the other sequence. This is the procedure of finding sequence component. Thank you for today's class. So dear student, in this lecture we have discussed about the sequence components. What are the sequence components? And in three-phase system, there are three sequence components, that is positive, negative and zero sequence component. And what is operator A and what is the function of operator A when it is applied with phases or phase components. So in next class we will discuss about sequence components, matrix sequence components or sequence networks. So concept will be on sequence networks. Thank you for today's class.